Mary's back on, family's back home. Welcome back, Miss Mary. I could tell from your pictures on Facebook how much fun you were having. So glad to see that. So glad to see that. Looks like a really good family visit. Okay, so let's start by tuning into this body with our breathing. And we're going to do a little bit of somatic experience. So somatic just means like inner body awareness, bodily awareness, physical awareness. So of course, we always start with our breathing. And notice what your body's touching as you start to tune into you. So your thighs touching the chair, your hips touching the chair, your spine touching the chair, and how the chair is supporting your body. So feeling your body in this space, in this chair, tuning into the container of your body and the physical, should we say the container where the body ends and the space begins, but there's really, they're, you know, in some philosophy, they're connected, right? But so thinking about the physical, feeling the air around your body, perhaps the clothing on your body. So your shirt, your whatever's on your legs, I've got yoga pants on, whatever you've got on, your leggings or your favorite jeans or exercise. And exercise pants, I should say. And as you breathe in and out, perhaps you feel the belly expand into your shirt or towards your shirt. And then as you exhale, you feel the shirt and your belly relax back down and in. So we've got the space inside of us and the air around us and whatever's touching us and the chair supporting us. Now take your right hand and tap your left palm. Just tap it like so, just to feel it. And then relax the palm in your lap and notice sensation in your hand as you breathe in and out. So you might feel tingling. You might feel a certain temperature. You might describe it as numb. You might feel some type of circulation, feeling the back of the hand touching the thigh. And let's do the other side. So tapping the left palm with your fingers. Nothing hard, just tapping it. Notice the sensation of the tapping into your hand. And then relax the hand in your lap. So we're not expecting anything in particular, just noticing whatever you feel. Whatever sensation you feel in your right hand. Breathing in and breathing out. So feeling both hands, feeling sensation in your right and your left hand. Now go ahead and do it to your forearm. So go up and down the forearm. So the idea behind this is that it's helping us know this body part and what's going on there. Then go ahead and do the other forearm. Just tap it.
Mindy, you're breaking in and out. You're freezing, and anybody else experiencing that?
What's that mean, Ed? Is that no or yes? I can't hear you because you're on mute. Is anybody else seeing me freeze?
No, I'm
No
not.
freezing. Everything's fine with me.
Fine
Okay,
here.
Everything's fine with me too.
okay, so it might be your particular area where you're at. Sometimes it helps to move the screen in another part of the house.
Mindy, I can hear you fine. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Ed.
I'll
Thank-
come back in.
Okay. Thanks for checking in. So go ahead and tap now your other arm or whatever you didn't do. Mute yourselves if you didn't mute, just so you can hear me. And then you can even go up the arm. So the idea is that we often are not in our bodies. You've heard me say this before, but it's such an important point. So now feel the sensation running through your arms. Just notice whatever you're feeling. There might be some type of liveliness that you feel. Maybe it feels light, or maybe it feels heavy. And you all will have different descriptions. And then go ahead and tap your heart. So this is a little different than, I know there's tapping that people do for anxiety. This is different because in that, they're tapping in a certain way to alleviate anxiety. So we're not doing that right now. I actually don't know that one by heart. And then after thumping on your heart, let that go and just feel as you breathe in and you breathe out. Breath is in and breath is out. And then go ahead and tap your thighs, maybe your knees, although that's kind of funny. Doesn't it feel funny when you do that? And then down your legs. Just kind of tap your legs, wake them up. Good morning. So when we're in pain, and I'm not saying you are, and I hope you're not, but when we have any kind of pain, very often we want to disassociate from the body. So these different kind of experiences help us get back in. And that's really the best way to actually alleviate discomfort, is to get back in and to be mindful with it. Even unless it's super, if we're talking intense pain, then this kind of strategy may not work. We're talking about kind of chronic pain that's maybe dull, annoying, but not severe acute pain. And then go ahead and just feel your body as a whole. Feel sensation as a whole. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And let's let the body sway now towards the right. And then the left. So you're painting a rainbow with your body towards the right and towards the left. Notice any tightness. I'm noticing tightness on my left side. Just notice what you feel as you kind of dip to the side. Good. And then as you go to the right, start to let your arms alternate. So elbow rising on the left side as you tilt to the right, and then reverse it. Tilting to the left as the right elbow rises, and sway side to side as you breathe in and out. Come back to center and turn the palms upright. They lift outwards. Feel the sensation. Bring your palms towards each other. Then open it up. Palms are upright. Palms towards each other, touching. Open it up. Good. Feel the extension out through your fingertips and then bring your palms together. Feel the pressing in. Open it up. We get wide and then give yourself a hug. We contract in, we hug in, open it up wide and other arm on top. Give it a hug. Give yourself a big hug. Open it up. Good. Finding cactus, tilt towards your right. Lift your left heel as you tilt towards the right. Back to center, tilt toward the left, lifting your right heel. Good. Side to side. Side to side. You can push down through the opposite hip and foot. Side to side. Good. Come back to center. Swing your arms forward. You might come towards the edge of the chair and then swing them back. So swing them forward. The spine lifts. Swing them back. You tilt forward. Doesn't matter how high your arms go. Go to your range of motion. Swing it back on the exhale. Swing it forward on the inhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. One more. And then spread the arms wide and let's find a twist. Take your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders. You can let the elbows relax down. We're going to twist towards the right. Inhale to center. Twist towards the left, perhaps gazing back. Back to center. Now do it at your pace. Breathe in. Breathe out. I know some people who like to go really fast. That's not me. But if that's you, you can, but don't make yourself dizzy. I prefer the slower movements. But I know some people like to go faster. So see how it feels for you. You can change up the speed and just see how it is. As you breathe in and out, and then let's pause on the right side. Take your left hand down to the outside of the right thigh and your right hand behind you for a twist. Breath is in. Feel the full breath. So belly expands first. Exhaling out through the nose. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. And switch it up. So now we have right hand outside, left thigh. Feel your twist. Breathing in. And breathing out. Feel the belly expand. And inhale back to center. Lifting the right arm towards the sky. Good. Bend your elbow, tap yourself back behind there. If your hand goes behind there, wherever it's at, just tap it. Try to keep the head upright though. And then open up the arm wide and bend the elbow once again. Lifting tall through the crown of your head. Good. Open it up and then cross it over. Good. Feel any tightness, any stretching. Feel your left hand touching your right. Open it up. Lifting the arm. Find your side bend. So side bending towards the left. Belly pulls in and up. In and up. And open it up and lower it down. Other side. Left arm rises. Side bending towards your right. Soft breath is in and out. Tacking the hips down. And then open it up. Cross it over. Oops, I forgot the bending the elbow stuff. We got to go back and do that. So feel the stretch across. And then open it up. Lifting the arm, bend your elbow. Take your hand behind your head. wherever it touches. Then lift tall through the spine. And notice if the chin is turning the opposite direction, and then just bring it center. And then open up the arm, lifting and bending. Yes, you've got it. Open it up and release it down. Stretch your legs forward. Circle your ankles and your feet around one way. So toes are moving in towards center, and then circle it the other way. So now the feet are moving outward. And now let's do both the same way. So you're circling your toes. I'm doing towards the left. You can go either way. So circling both feet the same way. Your brain's working a little bit differently here. Now go the other way. Circle them towards the right or the left. But so they're both going the same direction. Then come back to center. Pull your toes towards you in a flexion and away from you in a point. And flex and point and drag it on in. Let's do a little bit of walking in place. So we'll start by lifting the right leg, lowering it down, lifting the left leg, lowering it down a few times here. Now you know you can decide how hard you lower it. And I really encourage you to start soft. You want to feel sensation. So one of the reasons we're doing this is just like the tapping we were doing on our palms, we're tapping the bottom of our feet. And it makes us more aware of the bottom of our feet. Good. And then release. And now we're going to switch and we're going to lift the opposite leg from the arm. So I've got left leg, right arm, and switch it up. So we're swinging. Yep, swinging it. Make sure you're breathing. Again, this is your pace, not mine. Breathing in and out. And really feel the sensation of swinging the arms, of one foot touching and then the other, and of the whole body moving together in this way. And then release and stop and take a moment and feel what the body feels like after that kind of movement. Starting to wake up, right? Let's take our arms, take forward, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you. Good. Bend the elbows in towards you. Press them away. Lifting towards the sky, may not go all the way up yet. That's okay, you can keep them bent. We're going to paint little rainbows. So towards the right, inhaling up, towards the left, side bending, towards the right. Imagine you're painting a rainbow. What colors are in your rainbow? So swaying one way and then the other. Come back to center and exhale, hands at your heart. Good. Let's pick up the right leg, hug the knee in towards you, give it a big hug. Open the leg out to the side, bring it back in, out to the side, bring it back in, sit tall on your sitting bones, bring it out to the side, lower it down. So now you're making about a 90-degree angle, but it's going to depend on how tight or flexible your inner thighs are. Take a breath in and out, pushing down through your palms, lean forward, draw your shoulder blades on the back. So do this by taking your shoulders to your ears and roll them back. Do that a few times, shoulders to ears, roll them back. Now, you're looking forward and down on the earth, so your spine is long. You're pressing your palms down into your thighs. Breathing in And breathing out. And then inhale, rise up. We press down to rise up. Beautiful. Again, lean forward, shoulder blades on the back. Go ahead and roll your shoulders. It feels good anyway. Roll your shoulders to yours and then back. Now, pretend you're doing a little yoga cobra here. If we were on the mat, it would be, our belly would be down, but we'd be lifting our heart. So what we're gonna do is draw our shoulders up and back, lift our heart slightly, tailbone is moving back as the heart moves forward and the neck is following the spine. Now you'll feel your shoulder blades on your back. You might feel muscles working in between your shoulder blades. And press down, rise up. Press down, rise up. And let's bring this right leg back in, circle it around a few times, big circles. You can always use a strap under your thigh to help you. It looks like this if your leg's feeling heavy, which, well, it is the heaviest bone in the body, the thigh bone. And so you can do it like this if the arms are a little bit hard to maneuver. Then bring it back in. Let's do a cat. So chin to chest, lean back, hands are on knees or thighs. Shoulders are rolling forward. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders to the side and back, heart lifting. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting, shoulder blades up and back. Good. Move to center for our other side. So lifting now the left knee. Lift tall. Good. And then open up the leg out to the side and bring it back in. And opening it up and bringing it back in. And you can start to draw circles. So it's a smooth movement. A smooth movement. It's a rather big movement. But of course you can control, the circles can be smaller and then you can gradually open them up and then we'll place the foot down. So our heels are approximately underneath our knees. And our spine is right in the middle. So our torso is at a diag in the chair. Then take your hands to your knees or your thighs. We don't want to push hard on the knees. Always watching out for that. So I like to push my hands into the thighs. Draw your shoulders up and back here. Start to lean forward. And you can adjust your sitting bones on the chair. You want to make sure you're safe and steady and stable. And then roll your shoulders. Roll them to your ears and back. And I am hearing crunchies. I don't know about you, but I am hearing little crunchies in the fascia around my shoulders. And then roll them up and back. And then push down through your thighs and rise up. So that's the resistance that we use into our body parts. Now push down into your thighs as you lean forward. Roll the shoulders up and back. This time, find that little back bend. So sit bones are moving back. Then shoulder blades move up and back. We lift our heart and the neck, spine, and the head follow it. So you can find your back bend and you might even roll a little bit up and down, feeling the muscles work in between your shoulder blades. Then we rise up, rise back up, lifting the leg back in, maybe circled around a few times, and then place it back to center and neutral. Lifting your heels, push down through the balls of the toes. Lifting the heels straight up and down, and then exhale, slowly lowering the heels back towards the mat. Inhale, they lift up. Exhale, they lower down. Inhale, rising, and exhaling, lowering down. Good. Let's extend our right leg out to the side, push the heel downward. The left knee can be forward. And then we're gonna paint that rainbow. So inhale, arms lifting, side bending towards the long leg, so towards the right. You can always hold on to the chair and just tilt. You know, use your support, and then we'll tilt the other way. So painting a rainbow. You guys look beautiful. I'm seeing all these rainbows on the screen. Side to side, side to side, really pressing your left foot down and your right heel down, pulling the right toes towards you. And then let's stick it, meaning hold the side bend towards the long leg. Your hand can be at your hip. You might take the hand and let it travel up the side of the body as you feel that stretch. Perhaps the arm lifting towards the sky. Feel your shoulder blades on your back as you slightly lean back. Take the left arm forward like you're reaching for something, and then lift it upwards, gaze upwards towards the sky. Exhale, it flows down. Inhale, it flows up. You might gaze at your fingertips. If that's hard on your neck, then look forward or down. Exhale, swinging the arm down, and inhale, it rises up. Now push down through your left foot, your right heel, rise. Yes. Lower the arms and bring your foot back in. Now, if you get tired, always take a break and then catch up with us. It's okay to take a break. It absolutely is. Let's extending now the left leg and the right knee is forward. Pressing the heel down and the right heel is under the right knee. Grow tall. So with this, when we were doing those going forward and back, those forward folds, we were in between the legs. Now our spine is facing forward the same way as the front knee. Then we're going to take our arms out to the side and upward and paint the rainbow. So side to side, side to side. Let your arms feel free and easy and light. What is the sensation of light? Are they like feathers? Let them feel light, as though they're just touching clouds up there. It's such a gorgeous day. And then the arms come up and side bending towards your long leg, towards the left. The elbows can bend or be straight or down by your side. Experiment. Do what feels right in your body. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath is in, breath is out. Let's inhale, rise back up. Yep. And then we'll go into our triangle. And this time taking the right arm forward and then reach it up. And maybe follow the arm with your eyes. So reach it forward. Notice how you feel like the shoulder blade is off the back. Then as we lift up, notice the point where your shoulder blade feels more like it's more on the back. Now I'm using the back of my left hand to kind of gently press it into the leg. That's leverage right there too. So arm moves forward and up. And forward and up, gazing up, breathe in, breathe out, press down through the heel and the foot, rise. Yes, lower the arms, bring the leg back in. Do a few more circles just to loosen out anything you're feeling, neutralize out the lower spine. And we'll return to center. So let's work our eyes a little bit. We haven't done that in a while. So we start with the eyes looking straight forward. Imagine there's a clock in front of you and you are gazing at the center. And then you're gonna inhale with your eyes and look up towards the sky towards 12 o'clock as you breathe in. And breathe out. Exhale, bringing the gaze back to the center of the clock. Exhale, lower down. Gaze towards the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Gaze is back to center. Now, gazing towards your right, like you're gazing at 3 o'clock. Breathe in, out, escort the eyes back to center, and gazing towards 9 o'clock. Notice how this feels for your eyes. I am noticing that the 9 o'clock feels definitely different than the 3 o'clock. Feels like I'm using these muscles a little bit more. Inhale back to center. We can't ignore our eye muscles, right? Now, you're gonna take your gaze around the clock. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, back up. Let's do that 3 times. So we gaze up, around, down, to the side, and back up. Do that a few times. Follow your gaze, don't miss numbers on the clock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go back to center. We'll go the other way. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And make that circle a few more times. You can go slow. Really feel the muscles. And then let the eye gaze come back to center. Now we're going to go right to left. So you're going to go from 3 to 9 o'clock. So look at 9, 3, 9, 3, 9, 3, back to center. Now we're going to go 12 to 6 and 6 to 12. Up to 12, down to 6. Back to 12, down to 6. Up, down, up, down, back to center. Good, close your eyes. Take a breath in and a breath out. Notice how you feel in this space. And we will rise to our standing poses. First pose is almost always wall dog. So you're going to move your chair so that you can do your wall dog, unless you have a wall. If you have a wall, use your wall. So placing the chair, your hands can go on the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. Depends which way you're facing. If you're really tall, you might want your hands on the back of the chair instead of the seat of the chair. So I'm placing my hands on the seat of the chair and then towards the side, and then walk your feet back hip distance. And maybe you take your feet a little wider at first. Toes are forward, heels are straight back from your middle toes. And let's bend our knees so the belly moves towards the thighs. And then inhale, straightening. Exhale, bending. Inhale, straightening. Exhale, we bend. Lifting the sit bones upwards. Breathe in. And breathe out. You might feel a nice lengthening through the lower spine as you angle the sit bones back. If you so desire, you can straighten the legs, but not a requirement. You don't want any pain for sure. Exhale, bend again. Inhale, straighten. Let's walk back towards the chair. Take your time. Feel your steps as you walk in towards the chair. So we say in yoga that the transitions are just as important as the actual pose. Just as important. And if we think of that in life, the transitions are just as important as the actual pose. So hands on the chair, keep your right foot forward and pay attention to the transition, bending the front knee, step the left leg back. Step the left leg back. You got it. Holding onto your chair. You got to make sure that chair is on something stable so it's not moving. You can always use the wall though too. You can always put a chair against the wall. Now you might be feeling a stretch if your heel is up in the back half. Then we're gonna play with stepping the left foot to meet the right. Now go and step the left leg back into a lunge. Take your time, bring it back. Notice the transition of stepping back, and then this front knee stays bent. Let's step it forward. Yes, one more time. Take the leg back, promise, last time. And feel the lunge. And you might want to pulse the front knee straightening and bending a few times. So it starts to straighten. It may not straighten all the way. In fact, I'm not straightening it all the way. And then bending, so knee is over heel. So straightening and bending. And then pause, take a breath, feel a nice long spine. It's towards a diag, right? It's not straight up and down in this particular pose. Then get ready, bend the back knee and straighten. And then notice how when you bend the knee, you might feel more weight in the front hip. And then straighten. The front hip is working right now. It's working hard. Bend. So you're starting to feel some sensation as you strengthen. Bend. Straighten, bend. Now, transfer your weight to the front leg and step your left foot to meet your right. Slowly rise up. Yup, you got it. So that was playing with transition and also sneaking in a lunge. All right, hands back on the chair. You got it. We're doing the other side. So left foot's going to be forward. Right leg's going to go back, softening the front knee. And then step the right leg back. Feel the back foot touch down. Keeping the front knee bent, go ahead and spring the right leg forward, bending both knees. And then on your next breath in, take the leg back. Now, you can adjust how far back or how far forward it goes. We don't want it any more forward than next to the front foot. But if your foot is here, closer, you're going to feel the pose differently than if it's straight back like that. Let's bring the leg forward. Both knees are bent, and bring the right leg back. Good. Feel that. And then straighten and bend gently the front leg. So knee moves over heel, and then it gently presses back, forward and back, and forward and back, keeping the knee bent over the heel. Now bending the back knee and straightening and bending and straightening and bending and straightening. And maybe you hold it, maybe you hold it, maybe you come up onto your fingertips or your palms are on the chair. Feel your long, long, long spine, pressing your left hip back. When you're ready, you're going to spring the right foot forward. Notice how you felt weight bearing in your hips. That's good for our bones. Good for our bones. Hands go to the chair, walk it back to your wall dog. Remembering, pay attention to the transitions. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can play with bending or straightening the knees and notice how that changes the stretch in the spine. And then we will walk forward towards the chair and rise up. Let's work on rainbows standing. So you can have the chair in front of you like so, and your feet are parallel. Take your time to get there. Transition is just as important as making the rainbows. And I'm going to move the chair to the side because it's easier for you to see me. You can keep the chair to the side. You can have your back against a wall, or you can have a chair in front of you. So we're going to start with one hand lifting and side bending. So you might have one hand on the chair. You could also have the downward arm pressing into the side of the thigh as you side bend. Inhale, we rise up. Let's do the other side. Press it, either hand is on the chair, right hand is on the chair, or pushing into your thigh. You can let your hips go a little bit to the side. Feel the sensation in your body as you make this banana shape. And then inhale back to center. Let's switch it up now. So swaying side to side, like you're painting a rainbow. Swaying side to side. Beautiful. Come back to center. Let's take the stance a little wider, perhaps. A little wider. Toes are forward, heels are pushing out. Feel your strong legs. Again, you determine how wide your feet go. But press your feet down and feel like if you're standing on a sticky mat, on a yoga mat, feel like you're stretching the mat wide. And then you feel your strong legs. If you touch them, go ahead, maybe tap them with one hand or both. Feel your legs. Feel the muscles working. Then arms rise. Let's sway towards the right. Now, one or both arms. One hand is on the chair, perhaps. And then sway the other way. You got it. You're making your rainbow. Sway it. Come back up. Sway it the other way. And back upright. Hands are at the heart or on the chair. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now, bring your feet back together mindfully. And we're going to bring the chair in front of us. So the seat of the chair is towards the front of us. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me, but I just wanted you to see that. Then I'm going to turn it like this. And you can take your feet wide. Ooh, this is nice. I get to push my foot into the wall and it's awesome. It really helps balance. So I really encourage the wall. I should do a workshop on just using the wall as a prop because we can't require it in these classes. Not everybody might position themselves at the wall, but it's super nice. Then you're going to bend, or you're going to hinge from your hips and place your hands on the seat of the chair. And you might walk yourself back a little bit. You might adjust it so that you're comfortable, but you're getting a nice hinge. Then you're going to take your right arm out to the side and up towards the sky as you wait there on your feet and on your left hand. Now, we want to make sure that this bottom shoulder turns out. So we're externally rotating it. That's going to be a happy shoulder, I hope. You also can come down to your forearm. So if that's better, come down to your forearm. Sometimes it's harder for people and sometimes it's easier. So I'll show it that way too. We're going to take the arm out to the side like we're painting the rainbow and we look up towards the sky and then exhale and swing it down. This bottom shoulder is externally rotating towards the left. Inhaling, arm lifts. Exhaling, arm lowers. You can also have your hand at your hip. Open it up, gaze up, and maybe lift the arm. Bring the hand back to the hip. Lift it back up. Bring it down. Both hands on the chair. Come back to neutral. Let's bring our feet back together. Take a little break. Always good to take a little break in between sides. And we'll do the other side. So I will face this way now. So the chair is in front of us. And you can take a wider stance. You don't have to, by the way. You could step back. I think I kind of like it wide, but you see what you think. Now we're going to externally rotate the bottom shoulder. So that's the right shoulder. And then we're going to swing the arm forward and up. And exhale, take it down. And inhale it up. And exhale, take it down. You can come onto your forearm. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Now trying to keep the hips straight back. They might want to sway, but see what it's like to keep them straight back. Inhale, arm lifts. Exhale down. It might feel a little bit more like you've got a container that's restraining how much you swing up and down. One more. And then lower it down. Inhaling, both hands to the chair. Walk your feet back towards each other. Inhale. We rise up. We rise up. Good. Take the chair and bring the back of the chair in front of you, and let's do some heel lifts. Take your time. Take your time. Feet are about hip distance apart. Hands are on the chair. You can also have a block nearby and put the block in between your thighs, either before or after we do a few rounds. So I'm going to first do it without the block. Place the block on the seat of the chair. Toes are forward. And then inhale, we rise up. Heels are rising. Belly pulls in and up. Tailbone angles down. Then we're going to exhale and slowly lower the heels down. Inhale, they rise up. Exhaling, they lower down. Inhale, heels rise. Hugging ankles towards each other. Exhaling, lowering. Now, you might place the block or an exercise ball in between your thighs, and you're hugging the block with your inner thighs. Or toilet paper roll. You know, I love to say that. And we're gonna do the same thing. We hug our block. We feel our hips tone. Hands are on the chair. Inhale, we rise up. So imagine there's a string at the back of your head. So it's easy to lean forward. See if you can lift tall. Shoulder blades up and back, lifting tall. Crown of the head rising to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, pull your pelvic floor in and up. Take an inhale. And an exhale, lower down. Let's lift our right toes. So lifting the right toes, and then exhale, lower them down. You don't need to look at them, don't need to growl at them. Inhale, right toes lift again. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, left toes rise. Exhale, they lower. Inhale, they rise. Exhale, they lower. Inhale, toes rise. Exhale, they lower. Inhale, all 10 toes rise. So feel your arches activate as you lift your toes, spread them. Imagine them lifting and spreading. You don't need to look at them. Doesn't matter how far, how high they lift up. Feel your weight centered in your feet. Exhale, lower your toes down. Let's inhale, lift the heels. This time, if you'd like, play with balance. Maybe lifting one hand, maybe not, from the chair. And you can play with opposite hands, gazing forward at a spot that's not moving. Maybe you play with lifting both hands for a breath or so. This is your playtime, hugging ankles towards each other, lowering down whenever you feel the need. Good, we'll do that one more time because you guys love it. You can place your hands wherever you want. They can be at your hips, they can be in prayer pose. You could have one overhead or both overhead, or I'm sure you got all kinds. You could have your arms down by your side and see how that's different. So inhaling, heels rise, and play with your hand positions. Pulling the pelvic floor in and up. Playing with hand positions. And then exhaling when you're ready. Lowering down, hands come to the heart. Release that block. It was in there for a while. And let's do a wider stance now. Let's do a triangle since we did our feet together. Take your right toes out towards the chair. If your chair is there, your chair may be in front of you. Wide stance. Tip your spine towards the right. Fingertips may touch the chair or the side of your or the front of your leg. And then lifting the elbow, lifting the arm. Let the arm feel light. Then let it drop and feel heavy. Lift the arm up like it's a feather floating upwards. Exhale, let it feel heavy. You got it. One more time. Light and lifting. And then heavy and lowering. Okay, let's try it the other way. So this time, heavy, lifting like you're holding a 10-pound weight. And then exhaling, floating the arm down like it's a little feather. Notice which way you like better. So heavy, lifting the weight up towards the sky. Exhale, float it down like a rag doll. One more time, lift long, neutral, lifting the arm. Feel the shoulder blades on the back. Feel your feet press down into the earth. Strong legs, press down, rise up. All 10 toes forward and bring your feet together. Take your time. Transitions are so important. And here we go. Other side. Wide stance. Toes out. Press down through your feet. Take that opportunity to really press down your legs. So from your hip bones down through your leg bones. Then tilt your spine towards the left. Hand on the chair or on your leg. Feel this long spine. Feel where your head is in space. Good, let's play now. So make sure both knees are soft. I just felt my knee bendings are locking, so I wanted to remind us. Now, let's have this arm go light as it lifts. Light like a feather, lifting up. And then it's heavy. Let it go. Yep. Inhale, light like a feather, lifting. And then exhale, let it go. Good. One more time. Heavy or light. Ooh, touch a cloud, a puffy cloud in the blue sky. Exhale, let it go. And now opposite way. We're strong. We're holding this 10-pound weight. We're lifting it up. You make a fist with your hand as the arm rises up. Extending. Exhale, let it go, floating like a feather. Make a fist. Lift the arm. Lift that weight. Pull your belly in and up as you rise and you widen your arms. And then float it down like a feather. Yes, now find your neutral triangle. So extending the legs into the earth, extending the spine towards the side, opening up your arms. Let's press down through your feet and rise up. All 10 toes forward and bring your feet back together and have a seat. Have a seat. Let's stretch our legs. Bring the tie closer to you if it's not. You don't want to trip on these props, so we got to make sure of the placement of the props. Have a seat. And let's stretch your legs. So you can bring the strap around the right foot. Maybe sit towards the edge of the chair. Feel the center of your sitting bones. You may cross the tie if you want. Shoulders are up and back. Then lifting the leg. Now the leg can go onto a chair in front of you or something where it can rest down on. Or you're holding it upright. There is a difference, so I encourage you to play with resting your leg while you stretch it at another time. Can't require that second chair, but it is really nice to have it. Breathing in and breathing out. Breath is in and breath is out. One more time. Now go ahead and turn the toes out and the heel in, the knees following the same direction as your toes. So if you drew a line from your kneecap down your leg to your middle toes, it would make a straight line. And then you might just hold the strap with one hand, with your right hand. I like to pull the elbow into the side, then the shoulder stays a little more neutral. Then let's bring the toes back upright, heel downward. Push the heel away and release. Let that go. You might open and close your legs. Open and close. And let's go to the other leg. So, placing that strap, finding the position that's right for you. And then you might rock forward and back on your sitting bones so you find the center of the sitting bones. Then lift up and out of your waistline. It's long. Relax the shoulders on your back. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Push the big toe mound away. Press the heel away. Maybe spread your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's turn the toes out so the heel comes in, maybe only holding the tie with one hand. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, toes are upright. Exhale, release the strap. Okay, now one last stretch. So facing the right with your knees holding on to the back of the chair. And then you can drop your leg down. Now it might, the lower leg or knee may rest on a block or a pillow. So you're like this. And if your feet are cramping, first of all, I would stomp it down, lift it and stomp it gently. You can put a blanket underneath the top of your foot. Then we're going to lift again up and out of the waist and maybe lift the arm and just get a nice stretch through the front of this thigh. So arm can be up. We're going to angle our sit bones down. Now, if you're not feeling it, you can go ahead and extend the leg. But if you're feeling it, just leave it be right where it's at. If you feel any lower back pain, you want to angle your hips down. The stretch should be right about here in the front of the thigh. Take 3 breaths. And then we'll do the other side before we close the class. So bringing now the outside knee to meet the other. And then we'll turn to center. Feel neutral. Go to the other side. Maybe have a block or a pillow down here. You may or may not need it. It's really about, the height of the chair and the length of your legs. Maybe a blanket underneath the top of your foot. You're sitting towards the edge of the chair, so you want to hold on to the back of the chair. Then we're going to lift tall. Feel your shoulders stacking over your hips. Arm lifts up. Maybe. Pull the pelvic floor in and up. Press down through the thigh or the hip that's on the chair. Feel the stretch, maybe lengthen the leg back, but only if you don't feel it. No back pains. You want to really angle your hips down, and if there's back pain, bend that knee back in and let this stretch go. Lower the arm down, come back to center, and let's take a little rest here. Go back to feeling your body where we began. You might tap your palms, right and left. You might tap the forearms and the upper arms and the center of the heart. Just little taps, little love taps, thighs, lower legs. And then rest your hands in your lap and feel sensation running through you. Running through your fingertips, your hands, your arms. Feeling sensation in your feet, your legs, through your torso and heart. Relaxing the tongue and the jaw and the eyelids. Feeling sensation running through the whole body. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out very soft, letting the breath return to natural and neutral. Not trying to change anything. Just feeling this lively, living body in this space, supported by this chair, this earth, this community. Let's bring our palms together in front of our heart as we bow in with gratitude for this practice, the gifts of the practice, the gifts of this community, the Michigan Parkinson Foundation, and all of your presence. Namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.
Mindy, yesterday we had a substitute for Angie. And the substitute didn't say right or left. She just said, let's start this way.
Okay.
And then she said, let's start this way. And then she said, and let's go the other way. It seemed to be easy to follow.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, you know, here's the truth. It doesn't matter what side you start with, right? I mean, we have two sides. So it's really fine. I mean, sometimes it's fun to play brain games with our right and our left side, but it's also nice not to say it, and then we don't have to keep track of it so much. So I like both ways.
Mindy, namaste.
Namaste,
Thank
Mary.
you. You always
I like
start
the
my
left and
day
the
so
right.
beautifully.
You like the left and the right. That's
Yes.
why we have different teachers doing it different ways, so you guys can do it the way you want to do it.
You
Thank
got
you,
that
Mindy.
great day.
Enjoy the weather.
Enjoy,
Thanks, Mindy.
everyone.
Hi, Mindy.
Bye-bye.